All right. We're back live for part two. Back live for part two. Back live for part two. Welcome. Did I bring my drink back here? I didn't. Let me go get that. Welcome. 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 Welcome back. Late time to be starting a part two, but I think it'll be worth it if I can find some. I usually try to find the best stuff I can during these kind of segments because it's late and time is of the essence. And let's see what we can do, shall we? Let me see what these are right here. All right. Okay, there's those. That. Ryan is still awake. Excellent. 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 All right. Who needs Shabuzi, Spin Doctors, Winger, Girl School, Dream Theater, Ramones, Dream Theater, Quiet Riot, Gojira, Screaming Vengeance, Poison, Skull Snaps, Marilyn Monroe, Gojira, Judas Priest? The Badge of Marshall Brennan, $25. Who needs some cool movie posters, originals? The Badge of Marshall Brennan, 1957. That is $25. The Badge of Marshall Brennan. That's an original insert size. $25 on that. The Badge of Marshall Brennan. This is Music City one sheet. I wonder if Landon's watching. Landon. Landon, where are you, Landon? Let's see if we can sell a few posters tonight. This is Nashville, Music City, original poster. And inside, look at Nashville, Music City, USA. That's an original movie poster, 1966. That one's $20. The Pinto Kid, $155. That's what the poster looks like. If anybody wants to see it up close, let me know. Charles Starr, the Pinto Kid. That's $155. We have The Return of Wild Bill, $55. That's what that one looks like. The Return of Wild Bill, $55. The Wind and the Line. Any NoFX auctions? Any more NoF auctions tonight? Here's a movie poster, The Wind and the Lion. Where's Michael Ruttman at? The Wind and the Lion, Sean Connery. That's an original one sheet, The Wind and the Lion. That's a $25 buy it now. Pinto Kid is awesome. Wait till you see it out. If you want me to open up, let me know. This is an early lobby card here, 1948, Smoky Mountain Melody with Roy Acuff, 1948. That's 12 bucks. I'd Rather Be Rich, 10 bucks. The Brotherhood, 10 bucks. These are original movie posters. A Lovely Way to Die, $10. When the Boys Meet the Girls, a window card, $25. Where the Boys Are, a set of 8 lobby cards, $35. Eye of the Devil, 10 bucks on Eye of the Devil. Ghost and Mr. Chicken, $5. I think there's some damage to that one. The Big Mouth, $10. Revengers, $10. Let's see what that one looks like. William Holden, Ernest Borgnine, The Revengers, $10 on that one. How the West Was Won, 20 bucks. Breakheart Pass, 20 bucks. The Deadly Trackers, $15. Big Mouth Jerry Lewis. Let's go over here and check. Big Mouth. Yep. Jerry Lewis, The Big Mob versus The Big Mouth. Original one sheet, just 10 bucks on that one. I think this is an order somebody didn't pay for. I think we had somebody a while back, they were buying a lot of posters and they didn't pay for them, and I don't think I've ever gone through these. They were canceled. $10 on that one. The Last Hard Men. Make sure everybody hits the like button right quick. Sold. A Big Mouth for $10, Tracy Solger. Ride Vaquero. Cuando Habla El Gatillo. Alias Jesse James press kit with Bob Hope. $10. Ghost Mr. Chicken. Yeah, I have a feeling it's damaged, though, because that's a pretty good poster. And I have a feeling for $5 it had some sort of damage. Yeah, looks like it's been cut up. Yeah, unfortunately, it's been, like, chopped up. But, yeah, that's the Don Knotts, as in from Andy Griffin. But if you lay it flat and frame it, it's presentable. I think that's why I sold it for $5 that night. The Devil. I don't think it's as good as it sounds, but I can't remember. Or maybe it has damage. It could have damage. No, it's pretty cool. It just has some wrinkles. Sharon Tate. Sharon Tate. Sharon Tate. Yeah, it's kind of wrinkled right here and right here. It just needs to be flattened. Make sure everybody please hits the like button right quick. That helps us out a lot during part 2 here. These are all original movie posters from Fred Goodwin's collection. As you've probably been hearing me sell his records a lot lately, well, the man had thousands of movie posters as well. South of Callantine, $45. Toughest Man in Arizona, 10 bucks. Texas Stampede lobby card, 10 bucks. Ryan said sold on Devil. The Devil sold to Ryan for 10 bucks. Sharon Tate movie poster. How much are the Kiss packs? They're for sale at another time. Greatest Story Ever Told, $5. John Wayne press kit, The Sons of Kate Elder, $10 with lots of extras. Poster bundle, 53 items. I think I sold a big bundle here. Lots of, I think I bundled a ton of stuff together. I don't know where it stops. Where does it stop? Poster bundle, 53 items. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I don't know if this is right or not. I'm just trying to find the next thing I have marked. Man called Sledge. It might have been this entire stack. I mean, yeah. Scalp Hunters. That might have been that. That was probably everything that was left. Yeah. So if anybody wants that and take a random chance on a lot of cool old posters and lobby cards, I think everything I sold there for $200. Poster bundle. We haven't had one of those in a while. I don't know if that's all 53 pieces, but if everybody wants anything that's left there and you want a lot of cool posters and lobby cards and original Hollywood memorabilia, it can be yours for the small price of just $200. And I think that's everything in that stack. And let me step back over here. Hope y'all can still hear me. Right around the corner here, I have more stuff. And I'm trying to find what I did with the rest of that stuff. Because there's stuff around here. I'm just trying to figure out where I've done with the stuff so we can go through the stuff. I would love to be able to go through a lot of this stuff. I just got to figure out what stuff, where it is, and there's stuff, okay? There is definitely stuff. What's in these tubs? Probably more stuff. Yep, more stuff. Huh, these look interesting. Here, let me see what's in here. I think this is more stuff. Let me see what's in here. Yep, more stuff. Let's see what's in this tub. If I'm a betting man, I bet it's more stuff. Oh, wow. Yep, more stuff. Let's see here. Is this more stuff? Oh my gosh, there's more stuff over here. Golly, there's more stuff. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Let's see here. 40s and 50s collectibles for fun and profit. That sounds interesting. Christie's, catalog subscriptions and publications, 1990. Christie's auction. Christie's auction, Hollywood posters, 1990. You're going to be sick when you see these prices because they've all quadrupled in 10 times. You probably could have got a Star Wars. They probably didn't even have Star Wars in here. Nobody wanted that stuff then. It wasn't too valuable back then. Yeah, all the silent films, which is now a fortune. Permission Hill, Persimmon Hill. Wildest Westerns. Patton Montgomery Rommel, Masters of War. Patton Montgomery Rommel, Masters of War. Mafia, A Complete History of the Mafia. The Third Reich at War. Warren County, Images of America, Warren County. They Bleed, Raider Blue. Middle Tennessee State University, A Centennial Legacy. True Stories and Other Lies Told at City Cafe. That's all Murfreesboro stuff. The Scourge of the Swastika. In the Garden of the Beast. Some World War II related stuff. Mafia book. Mafia book. Fred Goodwin had over 7,000 books. We're just now getting into them. Mafia book, Ernest Rogers, is $9.99. $9.99. My question is, what should we go through? Jim B's going to auction. I'm about to start going through the Punk 45s. Let me check on this, Leslie. Leslie, I was probably going to mark this for $9.99, but if you want it, I'll take $7 for it. Just when Jim's getting off, I'm bringing out the Punk 45s. No FX, no FX, no FX, no FX, no FX, no FX. Let's see what else is in here. No FX, no FX, no FX, no FX, no FX, no FX. Wow, look at all these. No FX, no FX, no FX, no FX. I'm not Leslie, so, oh, sorry. Vicky. What did I do? Oh my gosh, I messed up. So, Leslie, Vicky, thank you. That's sold to Vicky Allison for $7. Nathan Bedford Forrest, Southern Hero, American Patriot. I'm not sure what that is. Women and Children of the Alamo. Russia and China in Prophecy. When All Grandparents Parents. A New Look at Tennessee History. My Story, an autobiography by Bertha May Smith. Custer, The Man, the Myth, and the Movies. And the All-American Truck Stop Cookbook. Going through a tub. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Lots of interesting books so far. Lots of interesting books so far. Let me walk back over here and grab another handful. Here's a whole nother box of children's 45s. What's on the other side of this? There's more. Let me grab this other handful here. I'm going to have to find a place to put all these because I need a cart or something. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on with the cookbook. Vicky, I'll say that one for $5 as well. Or $5 on that one. $5 on that one. Okay. African Americans in Rutherford County. Alamo and the Ardemenes. The Nuremberg Trials. Korea, the Untold Story of War. The Nuremberg Trials. Korea, the Untold Story of War. Alamo and the Ardennes. Vicki Allison sold on the cookbook for $5. Don't tell my mom. She'll get mad because she collects cookbooks. No. She has too many. She told me she's about to start selling some of them. There's Custer. I've already showed all those. Let me find a place to put all these as I go through them. This table right here behind me is going to be good. All right, how about we put up... I know we have record buyers on, so I'm going through a lot of miscellaneous stuff. How about we put up Punk and Drublick. Okay? Here we go. This will keep GMB happy, unless he's already went to bed. And I bet he hasn't, though. I bet he'll bid on this, and I bet somebody else will. Let me go ahead and look this up. And if you see a book you're interested in, let me know. I'm about to show them one more time as I stack them over here on the table. And before I do that, let me look this up so I know what to start it for. This is Fat 444 Drublick or Punk and Drublick. Close enough. $15 start. I'm going to lay it right back here, Punk and Drublick. Hopefully you can see it right there. That's up for bid for a $15 start. Of course, the first song is by NoFX, Scarlett O'Hara. Or Scarlett O'Heroin. Heroin, I don't know how that's supposed to be read. $10 start on that. Okay, so and let me scan this book here, and then I'm going to show them one more time. If you want a price, here's how part twos usually work. If you need a price on something, just let me know. And I'm going to scan a lot of these on eBay and Amazon and see if we can get prices on them, okay? That's usually how I do this. And then I'll get you a fair price, and then we'll sell it to you, okay? And let's see, hardcover 1868 to 17. Hardcover on Amazon 1868 to 37.38. So I'll sell you Alamo for $14.99, Gary, if that's the one you was asking about. $14.99 on that one. All right, so we had Custer, the Man, the Myth, the Movie. And then we had the Nuremberg Trials, the Nazis and their crimes against humanity. And then we had Korea, the Untold Story of the War. And then African Americans in Rutherford County. So let's put that right over here. I'm going to start stacking up some books here. Those are all available. And then this little handful here was My Story, an autobiography of Bertha May Smith, A New Look at Tennessee History, When All Parents Practice Medicine Without a License. Gary Wellman says he'll take this book for $14.99. The Nature Look, The Resurrection Was Not on Sunday, Russia and China Prophecy, The Story of the Stars and Stripes. We have Women and Children of the Alamo. There is this, Nathan Bedford Forrest, and A Complete History of the Mafia. And Ernest said he didn't want this, I don't think. He asked, but I didn't see him claim it. He said, how much for the Mafia book? $9.99. Ernest, if you're still here and you want that, the Mafia book was $9.99. Oh my gosh, Vicky. I don't know why I keep wanting to call you Leslie. Vicky just told my mom I sold a cookbook. Now I'm going to be in trouble, and now I don't get any more meatloaf or chocolate pie. We have They Bleed Blue Raider. I guess they breed too. Middle Tennessee State University. The Scourge of the Swastika. This is the shocking history of Nazi war crimes. The Garden of the Beast. Patton, Montgomery, and Rommel. Masters of War. And we have Images of America, Warren County. We have The Third Reich at War. And we have these magazine-looking books here. Wildest Western, Persimmon Hill. And then some, we have some Christie's books, and Christie's book. My mom said, go home. Oh no, my mom's watching. She says, I got to go home. I can't. Mom, I'm at work. Come back later. I just ate some of your meatloaf and chocolate pie, though, so thank you. Jim B has Punk in Drublic for $15. That's a final call. Right here, we got a little bit of a soul pile going. Let me see what else I can run across. We have requests for CDs and DVDs. I think that was the biggest request right there. CDs and DVDs. Let's go ahead and see what else I can find. Boy, these are all World War II books. World War II, World War II, World War II. I don't see anybody else much interested in them, so let me just skip over there. Here's a 45 thing. Oh boy, this is cool here. These are all, I'll have to show these. These are all Hank Williams Sr. I remember finding these in Fred's collection. These are all Hank Williams Sr. 45s in this book album. These are all probably mid-50s, yellow MGM label. All these are Hank Williams Sr. EPs and singles in here. This is, so the first one's Crazy Heart, Hank Williams Sr. They all look pretty clean, too. That's a pretty cool set. It's in this vintage record album 45 holder, too. That's how I found it in Fred's house when we were buying all this stuff from him. How much for the women and children of the Alamo? All right, let me find that. I remember reading that. I saw that somewhere in here. Where was that? Women and children of the Alamo. That was, let's see here. Where was that? Complete History, New York, Custer, Warren County, Patton. What the heck happened to that? Was that one of the little magazine things? No, what happened to that? Women and Children at Alamo. Where did I read that off at? Third Reich, Warren County, Scourge, Middle Tennessee, Blue Raider. Aha, this right here. Yeah. $14.95 paperback, $9.99. $9.99 on that. $9.99 on that. All right, let's go ahead and sell this to Jim B. Jim, see, it pays up to stay up late. That's sold to you for $15. The Hanks. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, $75. $75 on those. And $9.99 on that. Cheapest on Amazon right now is $14.95. That's sold to Gary Wellman. Women Children Alamo for $9.99. Poster bundle $200. All that over there was individually priced. Let me move all that over there. Now that frees up the center. We have all like posters, DVDs, cassettes, LPs, etc. All right, that's I think the rest of this tub over here, I'm walking back and forth. The rest of this tub looked like mostly war books, but let me go ahead and clear it out. That way I can go ahead and price them and take them up front. Let me grab one more handful here, and there looks like there's one more off there. That way I can go ahead and show them, say that I've showed them, and we can mark them and do as we need to with them later. So here's another handful. Hill Country, completely discovering the secrets of Texas Hill Country. And Fred had bookmarked some pages here. Interesting. Discovering the secret hills of Texas Hill Country. Killing Patton, Bill O'Reilly. Killing Patton. Germany, 1945. The Longest Journey, Civil War Narrative. Fredericksburg to Chancellorsville. And this is the White House years, Mandate for Change, 53-56, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Maybe he signed it. Fred had so many signed books. I hadn't looked in these other ones. Of course, I don't think there's many significant offers here. Oh, yeah, see? Crystal, this got, yeah, looks like Gary that signed. I told y'all we found To Kill a Mockingbird signed. And ever since then, I've been trying to check all these, especially if it's a big a big author. But we got a sign To Kill a Mockingbird. I opened it up and I was like, holy moly. And we had it authenticated. We had it pre-checked. We're going to get it authenticated. But yeah, pretty cool. So Gary, that little Alamo book was signed, it looks like. Let's see here. Tennessee Senators, the South. I'm hoping it's a tribute to John F. Kennedy. The Rise of Theodore Roosevelt. James Bond, Goldfinger. Is this signed by Shirley Eaton? I bet it is. Yep. Signed by a bunch of people. Murfreesboro. A Line in the Sand. Let's see here. Any more putbacks? Not right now. Ed's canceling some orders. Here's a novelty knife collection. Novelty cutlery collector's case. You get a Gene Autry knife. You get a Hopalong Cassidy knife. A Wild Bill Hillcock. A Tim Holt. An Eddie Dean. A Monty Hill. A Rex Allen. A Buck Jones. A Rocky Lane. And a Wild Bill Elliott. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I would think they're worth at least $9.50 a piece with a case. That would make it $95. $95. Mysteries and Thrillers, 12 CDs. $246. $246. This is Golden Age Radio, Mysteries and Thrillers, a 12 CD box set. Debbie 95, Penny 95. No barcode on that one. And it was always the music. A collection of 160 musical soundtrack recordings, the 28 films of Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. Wow, 160 songs over 28 films. 10 knives there, $9.50 a piece. Buying them all would make them $95, Debbie Paredes. And then Penny, you're next if you want them. How could you say no to such a deal, Penny? No barcode on that. Those aren't on Discogs. Okay, let's change it up a little bit. Let me move these over here. And let's get to some more music-related stuff. I'm going to try my best to find something. All right. Let's see what's in this top tub here. Top tub is... We've been through that stuff before. That's the stuff from Dale. A lot of random stuff. Underneath that is... I don't know what that is. We've been through that stuff, right? Let me jump over here then. Let me go back to where I was. Let's see what's underneath this tub. I think that's all country 45s. I bet it is. Yeah, that's all country 45s. What's that stuff right there? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Maybe a quick box of CDs. I'm trying to find the best one. Let's see what we got here. Have I been through these? What is this right here? Here's a shoebox full of them. Punk-O-Rama, Rancid, Toadies. Let's go through these. Def Leppard. Any date? No. Novelty Knife Company, USA. Novelty Knife Company, USA. I know we have these empty boxes like sealed somewhere. They were up front forever. If my mom's still watching, they were up front forever on a table. Let's see. The thought remains the same. Nitro Records. Physical Fatness, Fat Music Volume 3, Fat Music Volume 6, Hellcat Records presents Give Them the Boot 3, Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power, Sugar Ray, Lemonade and Brownies, Sugar Ray, Go Ahead Punk, Make My Day, Go Ahead Punk, Make My Day, let's see, Tub Ring, no disc in that one, Lords of Acid, Voodoo, The Reverend Horton Heat, Hellcat Records, Give 'Em the Boot Volume 1, Korn Issues, no disc in that one. Julie says, I don't recall. Thanks for letting me down, Mom. Thanks for letting me down. This is Dog Fashion Disco, Rage Against the Machine, Sublime, 40 Ounces to Freedom, Sweet Divine Grave, Lee Ray, Limp Bizkit, Just One of Those Days, Ballistic, Sick Earth, Adam Sandler, What the Hell Happened to Me, and Punkorama. I found a whole shoebox of punk CDs. That's what I'm reading the titles of right now. Julie said, no problem. I said, thanks for letting me down. We have, let me stop right there as I get these resituated. Punk, is that Punk of Rama? Well, there's no, oh my gosh, does these have disc in them? These don't have disc in them. Nope. There's no disc in any of these. Well, yeah, those are awfully light. I don't think there's disc in these. Nope, no disc. They're in somebody's zipper binder right now in their front seat of their car. Yep. Let me check Lords of Acid. Nope, there's no disc in these. Yeah. Mom, somebody stole all the disc. Yep, it's in a CD book somewhere. Yep, these are all gone. All right, well, let's not go through any more of those. I'll check them all later, but that's just a waste of time if there's no disc in there. That's somebody's Nike shoebox, and it's just all empty disc, empty cases. All right, so let me go finish. I'll check all those and then go throw them all in the trash. And then next week I'll find the case and then we'll just auction it off, because that's a pretty good batch of punk CDs. Let me find where this tub came from, and there might be better ones. Are all these empty? Okay, there's disc in these. Okay, better. There's disc in these. We got to turn this part 2 around. We got to get some cash flowing. Who's going to start buying the heck out of these? Mom says we've been robbed. Call the police. They're probably near here somewhere. There's a shooter on the loose, Mom. There's somebody walking the streets. All right. Back to where I was. Let me check a couple of these. Yeah. Murder Dolls. Epica, Design Your Universe. Europe, Wings of Tomorrow. Europe. That one's self-titled. Enough's Enough. Enslaved. Firewind. Firehouse Super Hits. Firebird, Fight, Feinstein, Fate's Warning, X, Def Leppard, The Vault, Aerosmith, Get Your Wings, For Those About to Rock, AC/DC, David Bowie, Scary Monsters, and that's Cathedral. Those are all $6.99 if you want anything out there. $6.99. Julie said, I know everything that's going on. Gosh, okay. Okay, Mama, let's just take a chill pill. CDs are $6.99. You don't have to start yelling at me. Goodness gracious. I'm just trying to be nice and Mom's over here yelling at me. Okay, Firehouse, Angela Lewis, Europe, Wings of Tomorrow, sold. Hey, we got some sales going. All right, so let's go ahead and do those. $6.99 on these CDs. Let me check them. We have, next thing here, we have Angela Lewis on Firehouse Super Hits. Sell this to Angela Lewis, $6.99. Looks like it's brand new. Next, Europe, Wings of Tomorrow. That one's right here. That is sold to Jersey Devil, $6.99. Europe, Wings of Tomorrow. Super duper nice. We have DB, David Bowie, Scary Monsters. That's right here. That is sold to Leslie Holt, $6.99. Nice, Ryko. It's in this kind of teal looking sleeve. $6.99. Okay, there's all those. One more time, $6.99. Murder Dolls, Epica, Design Your Universe, Firebird, Feinstein, Fates Warning, Enough's Enough, Enslaved, Firewind, Europe, and Cathedral. And this stack here was AC/DC, Aerosmith, and Def Leppard Vault, which is AKA a greatest hits. Those CDs are sold, sold, and sold. Somebody said more albums. That's tough to do right now, but I will try my best to produce something. First, what's this box right here? It says Rock and Roll Material Movies. There's a boot box that says Rock and Roll Material Movies. What's in here? Rock and Roll Material Movies. It's from Fred's collection. It's lobby cards and posters, press kits, and other stuff related to rock and roll movies. We possibly go through that. How about grab another hand of CDs, though, right quick? And let's see what's in this handful right here. I could bring this tub closer to me, but I kind of like walking and getting the steps in, eh? Yeah? All right, here's another handful of CDs for $6.99. Now, we have Megadeth. Ooh, Countdown to Extinction. Megadeth, Euthanasia. Merciful Fate, In the Shadows. Megadeth, Rust in Peace. I'll be surprised if these don't all sell. Mercenary, 11 Dreams. Dio, The Last in Line. Dio, Angry Machine. This next one is called Dissection, Storm of the Light's Bane. Also, we have Dismember, Where the Iron Crosses Grow. Dawkins, Dysfunctional. That's not available on vinyl. And Driving and Crying, Smoke. That's a pretty good batch right there. Those are all $6.99. Megadeth. Merciful Fate, Megadeth. Mercenary, Dio, Dissection, Dismember, Dawkins, and Driving and Crying. Those are all $6.99. Pretty good batch of CDs there. Next is, my mom said she went to bed at 8 o'clock and now she's up for the rest of the day. Oh my gosh. Dissection. All right, this is sold for $6.99. Storm, 2 CD here. Bet that's a pretty good price on that one. These guys look like they're into some death metal, right, Hiram? They look very dooming and gloomy. Now, what is these guys like on Christmas morning? Are they giving out gifts, or are they just kind of like dressed up in black on Christmas morning? Dissection. That is sold to Hiram for $6.99. Next is Brian Thurman on Driving and Crying. That's Driving and Crying, Smoke. That is sold to Brian Thurman. Scott Van Alley wants Megadeth, Rust in Peace. He wants Megadeth, Rust in Peace. That's right here. He's next. That's just a copy. Okay, here's the actual disc. Yep, nice. And you get a bonus disc of So Far, So Good, So What. That's sold to Scott Van Alley, $6.99. Next is Megadeth's second one. So Euthanasia. Euthanasia is sold to Ryan. Ryan, there's a little bit of damage right there to the jewel case. Just FYI. You also get a bonus disc of Cryptic Wings. Cryptic Writings. Cryptic Writings. You also get a copied bonus disc of that. Next is J.D. Conklin on Merciful Fate. That's right here, In the Shadows. A couple cracks in the jewel case, just FYI. Merciful Fate in the Shadows is nice. That's sold to JD for $6.99. He also wants Dokken, Dysfunctional. Dokken is $6.99. And JD Conklin on Megadeth. Now there's one Megadeth left, JD, and that is the Countdown Distinction, which has Symphony of Destruction. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. You take a mortal man. Okay, next CDs. That's a pretty good stack. Maybe let me try to replicate that. Let's grab this right here and see what we come up with. Countdown Distinction is pretty much not available on vinyl either. I mean, when I say that, you know, there's OGs, pricey, and then there's some reissues, but they're been long out of print. They're so difficult to get. And then there is a MoFi copy. Can you believe a MoFi copy exists of this? I haven't seen a copy of that on vinyl, though. Let's see. I don't know why it's not in print. But JD, that one's left if that's what you want. I was going to go check on this right quick. Megadeth. He says pass. That's available if anybody wants it then. Countdown. Let's see. 1992 Italian. 11 for sale starting at $201. Let's see. How many different versions are available? I'm sure there's bootlegs. Format. There's 19 different LP versions. Venezuela, UK, Europe. What's that one? 25 starting at $159. So it's a $200 record. Brazil, Italy, Greece, Spain, South Korea, UK. So it was not pressed in the United States. The MoFi starts at $300. And then here's probably the most common, this picture disc. That's what should be in print right now, but they hadn't pressed them in a long time. Those start at $138. And then bootleg, reissue from Europe, that's bootleg. So 2014 was the last skewed, and then of course MoFi did it. That's one a lot of people look for. That's crazy they did a metal title like Megadeth, MoFi did. And then that's it. And then they were pressed in Colombia, Spain, South Korea, Spain, Greece, Italy, Brazil, UK, Europe. So yeah, they was never released in the United States. So far so good. So what reissued? Are you talking about on vinyl? Yeah, I have it right here. They're $36.99. They're $36.99. Okay, that is there. And all right, did I grab another disc or handful? I did. Okay, here's another handful right quick. I just wanted to check on. I hadn't seen a copy of that so long. I hadn't got a chance to look it up. My Driving Bride, the light at the end of the tunnel. No, My Driving Bride, the light at the end of the world. Nachamatism, Assassins, Black Metal Part 1, I think. Nachativism, Addicts, Nemesis, The Day of Retribution, New York Dolls, Live at the Fillmore, 2007. Jerry Cantrell, My Song. That's a single promo, it looks like. That's a great song. Jerry Cantrell, My Song. Mercenary, Through Our Darkest Days. Megadeth, The Sixth Dying of the Dead. That's a new album. Mercenary, Ever Black. Opus Atlantica. Opeth, Watershed, Opeth, Deliverance, and Metal Church, Blessing in Disguise. Ryan wants New York Dolls. I'll sell that to Ryan. New York Dolls. That's sold to Ryan for $6.99. And we have My Dying Bride, Nachatism, Notmitism. N-A-C-T. Boy, this is a tough word. It's N-A-C-H-T-M-Y-T, so it's mitism, notmitism, I think. I may be close. Metal Church. This is, so you get a bonus disc of Human Factor, and the actual disc is nice. There's a copy disc in there as well. Let me check Brian's here. Brian, I didn't look at your New York Dolls. You get New York Dolls. It's nice. That's nice. And the next is the new Megadeth for J.D. Conklin. Yeah, Sick, Dying, and the Dead. 2022. Okay. Jim B on Nemesis. The Day of Retribution. Nemesis. But that's a good one. Should have checked that one. Pretty good CD, yeah. Those start at $18. That sold to Jim B for $6.99, and Angela Lewis on the Opeth. Yep. That sold to Angela Lewis for $6.99. Okay, those are all sold. Anybody else on that stack? I'm gonna put those right back there. I have a good eye for some of this stuff that could be pricey, and that was one of the first ones that caught my eye, and Jim B grabbed it. Nice. That's why we tune in late here. Okay, now I'm going to just do a quick change in direction. I'm going to grab, where are those at? They're in the very back. All right, let me go grab some 45s. That should perk up some interest. Not done with those CDs either, but I want to show y'all one of these mini tubs of 45s I've been talking about. Okay, so we got cartons. I'll call them cartons. Milk cartons, little baskets, little trays like these are everywhere in our back room and are throughout our kind of back room warehouse. There's dozens and dozens of baskets of 45s like this. So it's kind of like who knows what. So what I'm going to do is grab a random handful. I'll lay all those back on top, and let's go through some of them. And then this is kind of, if you see something you want, you ask, and I'll look it up, because I'm sure there's going to be stuff in here that's $5 and $10, and I'm sure we'll run across something that could be $150. Who knows? So we could go through stuff like this for days. We've kind of been stockpiling them. John gets kind of the mainstream stuff, but we're left with stuff like this just all the time. Angela wants the other Opus CD as well. Okay, I'll do some more CDs as well, but Opeth Deliverance is also sold to Angela. All right, so let's see what's here. First is Nick Lowe and Dave Edmonds. Let me do it this way. Nick Lowe and Dave Edmonds sing the Everly Brothers. That's a picture sleeve. Heretics. These are kind of stuck together here. Okay, they're good. They're just really glossy. Knave, Bachelor, Knave. These are stuck. These are kind of stuck together. Let me set those over there. Art Bears, Collapse. Art Bears, Rats and Monkeys. The Primvals. Manny Fraser and the Grodies, Love My Baby. And the Necessary Evils, Buzzsaw. Let me stop right there and let me check on Heretics for Ryan. Any non-playable? We can come up with some, I'm sure. We should have plenty of stuff like that, Leslie. Heretics. GH-104. Search and Destroy. For sale. Orange translucent. There's really only 2 versions of this. There's an orange translucent and then this one. Brian, Get Hip Garage Punk. So, and then this one here. Probably this one here. So, yeah, $6.99. It's near mint. $6.99. Ryan on that one. I'll put it right up there. All right, let's see what this other handful produces. The Bevis Frond and the Dream Syndicate. The Sonic Tonics, Hot Lod Lounge, Lime Spiders. Boy, that looks strange. The Come Down. The Hate Bombs. And the Saturn Vive featuring Orbit. So Ryan said sold on that for $6.99. And let's see, the Necessary Evils for Bobby B. Let's check on that one. That's this one right here. I think all this came from that stuff in New Orleans. Let's see, let me use voice to text. The Necessary Evils. And this is ITR-666. Buzzsaw 7-inch single. Garage Rock. Pretty much this is one version, 1997. $6.99 on that. Y'all know that's going to be one of my favorite prices. Bobby B, $6.99. Everything's very nice on it. Oh, let me turn it back. Let me leave it outside of the jacket. I'll put it back down in the sleeve it was in. That's sold to Bobby B. And then let's check on those Lime Spiders. We got Lime Spiders. And this is catalog. Ditto 15 maybe. I think that's it. Out of Control. Yeah. Out of Control, 85 Australian. What's the other versions? Just this one. Just this one. 85 Australian. Last sold $6.50. $6.99. $6.99 on that, Craig. All right, here's another Lime Spiders. And this is VOZ VOZ. There we go. 016. And this is loading. Single. My favorite room. 1987. Australian. $6.99. He said $10.99 for both. Sold. $10.99 for both. Okay. That's pretty cool stuff there. I don't know what some of that other stuff looks straight. Let me look up this one. You know, my record senses are tingling on this one, but I may be wrong. The Come Down. N period D period E. It's Garage Rock Psychedelic Rock, 86 Netherlands. Is this the only version? Looks like it's the only version. It's a little bit better. It's not $3,000, but the last one sold in the United States back in March, $12. So yeah, that one's probably like $11.99. It's Psych. It's Garage Psych Soul. Kind of looks pretty interesting. And then Bobby B on Sonic Tonic. Let's look that up. This sleeve is disintegrating. Let's just toss that. This is the Sonic. You know, some of these bands like that, I'm not for sure, but, you know, they really just have singles. Like, you really, some of these artists, you know, they were just experimenting. They put out a single and they may not have even had an album. You know, these 80s, 90s, 60s bands. Could be anybody. We was looking up some of that the other night. This is on white vinyl, and these hadn't been cleaned. Some of them are a little dusty, just FYI. I mean, they're coming straight out of a, you see what they're coming straight out of a milk crate that hadn't been priced or looked up. So when you get some of these, you may have to wipe off the dust or clean them, but they're not like dingy or anything. Let's see, 13 and 14. Let's do this one for Bobby B, $11.99. This is Surf Lounge Garage Rock. Last sold 13. Let's do that one for $11.99. Those two back there are $11.99. Anybody else, if you want to go back, let me know. As you see, there's handfuls and handfuls. There's no telling what's coming up next. I wish we had time to do this one like all 300 people are watching, because there'd probably be people asking for everything. But that's why we got to get them priced. This time of night, we can go through them kind of like this. We try to take the time to get them all ready whenever there are a lot of people watching, so we'll have them ready. The A-Bones, take up the slack, Daddy-O. The Human Switchboard. Wow, that looks very strange. The Human Switchboard. The New Christ. I think that's how that's read. Hexed, the Mono Men. There's some pretty bad water damage, though, to the jacket. That's a Dino Desi and Billy Pitcher sleeve. Hey, we know this one. Joan Jett, Crimson and Clover. Nice. $9.99 on that one. Crimson and Clover, Joan Jett. Promo, Chills, Miracle Legion, Dave Cussworth. Ooh, James Brown. Santa Claus is definitely here to stay. Look at that. It's in like an oversized picture sleeve. James Brown. Wow, nice vinyl. A little frayed, but that is not easy to get whatsoever. I can just tell you that for sure. McKinney Zone or Mickey Zone. Mickey Zone. Untamed Youth. A few more here, and then I'll go back through them. Ray Campy. How Can You Feel Rocking at the Ritz? Gorls. Grolls. Tracy. And Gothics. Richie's Back in Town. Wow. So, let's see what's going on first with Human. And I know Joan Jett's $9.99, Ryan, so I'll go ahead and price that for $9.99. Just a little bit of wear right down in here. Maybe a stain of some sort, but overall nice, and the vinyl was nice. That's for JJ. And then he asked first about Human, which, what did I do with that one? That was one of the first ones, wasn't it? Human Switchboard. Yeah. We have Human Switchboard. I should use voice to text. I got to get my laptop. Like I said, for part 2, I need to be sitting down at a table or just have a high chair here and have my laptop. I could go look these up so much faster. Let's actually check on this thing. Rug 101. Rug 101. Prime of My Life, Fly In. Let's click on this one, see what happens. Prime of My Life. Nope, I clicked on the wrong one. Human Switchboard. This is Rug 101. I guess it's this one. Yellow label. Okay, yellow label. Let's go see all versions. All right, there's a blue label, a yellow label, and a Record Store Day reissue. Wow, they reissued this for Record Store Day in 2019. This is the original 78 yellow, the 77 blue label, and then this is the 78 yellow label. Okay. They start in the United States at 21, 22, 40, and 25. And then no poster. Last sold 30/86/30. Appears unplayed. Near mint VG Plus. This is a pretty good record. Let me see what it means by poster. It's in a polyline bag. It's in a double polyline bag, and I guess it means this is the poster. So that's kind of the sleeve. No poster. Appears unplayed. Fold out sleeve. No poster. Okay, this probably needs to be $24.99. I feel like this is $24.99. Has a sleeve. It's the 78 yellow label. $24.99 on that one. And this sleeve is almost too small for this. Yeah, I'm not going to put that back in there. $24.99 on that one. Let me mark some of these so, like the ones that was shown earlier, in case they're passed, I know what the prices are already. And a couple notes. I'm going to get a pile ready of this stuff so we can show it, you know, later on. So yeah, that was 11. Did I price that? Yeah, I priced that too. 11. Wrong way. 11.99. Okay. So that's $11.99. That's $11.99. All right. So pass on Joan Jett. It's $9.99. And I know somebody else wanted it, so I shouldn't even mark it. But let's see who was next. He does want the human switchboard. It was human switchboard, $24.99. Okay, sorry, that one took a while, but that was a good one. And then Ryan passed on Joan Jett. Next is the James Brown. Let's go over here to that. That was the James Brown. Santa Claus is definitely here to stay. James Brown, Santa Claus is definitely here to stay. And here it is. And see all versions. 1970 US. This one right here, it's not a promo. Let's check though. Not a promo. Very unusual to see a James Brown record with nice vinyl. Now the key are these have the sleeve. Generic, VG Plus, VG Generic, VG Plus. Okay. That's actually not as expensive as I thought it would be, being in high grade. It needs to be probably $9.99 because of the condition of the vinyl, from what I'm seeing. James Brown's $9.99. And Tony and JD asked about it. Kind of an oversized sleeve. It's a UK, isn't it? Is it UK? No, it's a US. It's a US. James Brown's $9.99. Okay, and then that was Tony. And then Jim B asked for the Gorals. Let's go back a few on that one. Chad needs a desk. Had a website. Oh, yeah, I know. The problem is, though, is looking it all up. You see how long this takes. Like, to do these, this kind of stuff, every one of them has to have this kind of treatment. Because you could have one be 10, and then one could all of a sudden be 1,000. For sure. I've had it happen many times. Looking up records, and all of a sudden, you hit one, it's like, none for sale, last sold 3 years ago for $1,100. But if you have a deep knowledge of this stuff, you can go through it a lot faster. There's some people that know this kind of really, what I consider deep cut stuff. I don't know too much about it. This is Gorals Tracy. This is the only version of this. 93 US on aquamarine marble vinyl. There's only one for sale in the United States, $45.38. They last sold for $51, and then $20, and then $13, then $25. That's weird. So definitely an uptick in price recently. They really hadn't been listed or sold in the last few years. And then just that one and then this one. So this probably needs to be $34.99. They scratched out an address on the back. That's $34.99. Gorals Tracy. Yeah, there's only one for sale, and the last one sold $51. And so yeah, that's $34.99. Okay. Sounds like I need to put that one on Discogs tonight. That might be an easy sale for $35, unless somebody else wants it. It says it's garage rock, low funk punk mod. Sounds like an interesting track. Okay, then what was next? So James Brown is pending to Tony and JD unless they say pass. And then Robert W., I'm assuming you want the Joan Jett for $9.99, right? I'm assuming you want the Joan Jett Robert W. for $9.99. Okay. All right. Some of these are going to need to go in new sleeves immediately. Anybody else on any of these? Some interesting stuff here. That Flexidis, Ray Campy, Untamed Youth, McKinney Zoo. To me, this looks interesting. Let me check on this one. Mickey Zoo, that is. M-I-K-I. Mickey Zone Zoo. I keep on mispronouncing that. Mickey Zone Zoo. Coney Island Chaos. See all versions. This is Punk. Mike Massey would buy this immediately if he was watching. $6.99. $6.99 on that. Mickey Zoo Zone. Mike would be all over that right now. Once they're all priced. I know. Yeah, I've got to go through these. What I'm going to do is have to tag them and then look up the genre. I should be jotting that down too. We'll make our little notes. But yeah, if you catch your eye, let's go through a couple more handfuls. What time is it, 2? I mean, I have nowhere to go as long as they're still awake. But as you can see, it could be very time. This little crate could take a day to go through. No joke. That crate, that could take a whole, like, not a 8-hour day, like 24 hours. How strange. The Wild Squares. Look at this sleeve. Does that go with it? It's got like this green stuff all over it. The Wild Squares. Hysteric Neurotics Electric Children Flexi Disc. The Invictus, a classic re-release of a 1964 rock and roll. Can I buy them from Mike Massey and ship on invoice? You can. Let me make sure the vinyl looks good. It's in a Japanese sleeve, I think. Let's make sure this looks good. Yeah, nice. All right, so let's charge this to Jim B, but tag it to ship in Mike Massey's order with a note. It's from Jim B. It's probably a thank you for the no FX from earlier, right? If I say Punk on something, Mike Massey typically buys it. Sawdust Caesars, Westbourne Pap. The Inmates, The Walk. Miracle Workers, unnumbered to 500. Los Cincos. Mean Red Spiders, Last of the Teen Icons. The Daytonas. The Flat Tops, Rock and Roll Romeo. Oh man, look at that one. The Escalators, the Monsters theme. Wow, that's pretty cool. Look at that. The Hymen of Congoos. Les Fantas Sticks. Let me pause right there. Any Bloodhound gang. Billy, right now, we're going through a whole box of 45s. No one has ever looked through them, including me, anybody watching, or anybody here at the store. No one has ever looked at any of these before. We bought them from a collection of tens of thousands that a guy hoarded in New Orleans, and we're pricing them on the fly. If you see something you want, just let me know. I have no idea what's here. Let's check that Munsters, and then let's go back a couple to the inmates. Inmates. The Walk. Looks like it's UK. Let's open it up. See all versions. Let's try this one right here. I bet it's this one. Yeah. $6.99 on that one. That is New Wave Pub Rock. Picture labels. Yep, that's it. 1983 UK with the picture labels. $9.99 on that. Craig, Greg, and JD. Inmates sold to Ryan for $6.99. I've never heard the Escalators version, though. Green Hornet. Oh, that was what was next, wasn't it? Green Hornet versus Rock and Ugg. Let's check on that. Craig said sold on the Escalators for $9.99. Let's see. Green Hornet versus. Is it? Number split. I guess this is it. Yeah. $6.99 on that, Bobby. $6.99. I'd have blessed. I know. I wish I had time. I love looking stuff up. We buy all this stuff, and John, Paul, and Laura get to have all the fun looking it all up. It's one of my favorite things to do is to look up 45. I'd rather look up 45s and research them than probably anything. Yeah, let me go grab a handful of CDs for Angela and everybody else. We'll grab one more, but I just have enough time of the day. I wish I had endless amount of time. Like you said earlier, imagine if I could figure out a way not to sleep, Ryan. We would just be here all day long selling stuff. I'd be here all night long just selling stuff. Boy, here's a great batch of CDs. Holy moly. I see a lot of great ones in here. These are all $6.99. What else did I miss? Bobby said sold, $6.99. Les Fantiques, Les Attack des Scorpions is listed as rock. Is that something in this stack? Let me finish reading these off. We had the Shady Days. Here's the rest of it. The Shady Days. The Tombstones. That sounds interesting. Wow, look at that one. Look at the art on that one. Dolphins in Disguise. The Astronauts. Wow, that's some cool stuff there. All these CDs here are $6.99. Loudness, Thunder in the East. Loudness, On the Prowl. Don't see that one as often. Ozzy, Diary of a Madman. Metallica, Ride the Lightning. The jewel case is beat. The disc is okay. Overkill, Taking Over. Overkill, WFO. Oz, Fire in the Brain. Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. Overdrive, Mission of Destruction Live. Overdrive, Swords and Axes. OSI, Office of Strategic Influence. And Kiss, Creatures of the Night. Love It Loud. I love it loud. Yeah, I love it loud. Those are all $6.99. In the future, you'll have robots to work endlessly for you. Yeah. Imagine if I could figure out some kind of AI system to just scan these and it spit out a price label with title, fair price. I guess it would have to know the condition. So that's what makes unique items difficult. Here's what when we've thought about barcoding and simplifying all this, every record is almost different unless you get new stock. You see, we can order 10 copies of Judas Priest. They're all sealed and new. But like every little thing is different with records, right? The pressing, the label, the condition. Very, very confusing. Okay, so CD, $6.99. The first person on these was Tony. He said Oz. Now, Tony, did you want Diary, Oz, Fire in the Rain, or Blizzard of Oz? Okay, there's a couple different Oz's there. And then JD wants OK for Overkill. And then OD as well. So there, I messed up and grabbed a bunch of O's. Is your OK for Overkill? If so, there's 2, right? Taking Over and WFO. And then you also put OD for Overdrive. There's also 2 on those. Tony wants both Oz, as in Ozzy Osbourne, right? You want Diary of a Madman for $6.99. You want Blizzard of Oz for $6.99. Those are sold to Tony McDaniel. Okay, and then JD wants Overkill. Those are sold for $6.99 and $6.99. And then also, he wanted OD for Overdrive. That's $6.99 and $6.99. And then the next one is, who was next? That was Angela, Loud on the Prowl, Loudness on the Prowl. That's sold to Angela for $6.99. Okay, and I think that's it. So we have Thunder in the East, Metallica, Fire in the Brain by Oz, Meatloaf, OSI, and Kiss. Those are all $6.99. Let me put those right there. And I need to get a new pile started because this one's got out of hand. Let me take these and put them over here on this table, on this cart. All right. And these 2 posters. And that's going to be tricky. All right, let me just put them like this. All right. And now we need to get a new pile started, which starts right here. All right. And then the next thing as far as the 45s was, Ryan says the price, the French 45. Was that the Dolphins? Someone said check on that. And then the French, hold on a second. The French 45, which one was that? The French 45? And then what was the next comment? Astronauts, and Tony says check Dolphins. Okay. Let's look at this thing. Dolphins in Disguise. Somehow Tom Petty popped up. Dolphins in Disguise. Oh, man. You got to let it load. I was doing that last night. You got to give it a second or it reloads something else. Dolphins in Disguise. Now you can touch it. Okay. Yeah, this is a good one. Dolphins in Disguise is a new wave synth pop indie rock. Last sold back in February for $103. There's currently 0 for sale. And the one in February was overseas. So it's been 4 years since one came up for sale in the United States until this moment right now. That's a pretty good record. That's probably at least a $100 record, if not more. Let's check on a Pop Psych. Let's go over here to Pop Psych, see if one's sold on eBay lately. Dolphins in Disguise. That's a pretty specific title. You should be able to find it. Pop Psych, eBay. Let's see. Let's do date up, I think. Date up. Let's see. One sold 14 years ago for 63, 12 years ago for 58, 13 years ago. So it's been a while since one's come through on eBay. That might make a great eBay auction. If anybody wants it, I'll take $100 for it right now, but that's a pretty good looking item. That might make for a great eBay auction. The French one that Robert on YouTube. Okay, that was, Robert said, astronauts, median, Lost Fantiques. I don't remember reading that. It must have been in this previous stack. Invictus, the Wild Squares. What did he say? Les Fantiques, Les Attaque. That's got to be one of these, right? This one right here, yeah. Les Fantiques. I'll have to type that one out. I'm not good enough for voice to text to do French. LESFANTASTIQEUES. And this is Susie Q. Wow, they're covering Susie Q. Yep. 8. France, United States. So the only three in the United States are 18, 18, 20. I'll do it, median's 10. I'll do it for $9.99. And that is alternate rock, garage rock. $9.99 on that. Stanley Bedwell wanted the Meatloaf CD. Let's pull that for Stanley. Meatloaf is sold for $6.99 to Stanley. Okay. And that. Okay. So let me grab a handful of 45s. I'll go ahead and lay them down. I'm sure some of y'all may want prices. Then I'll do CDs right quick. That way they go ahead and get claimed, and then we'll look back up some of the 45s. This is sold to Ryan Anderson for $9.99. All right, now let me jump back over here. Let me go ahead and get the handful of CDs out, because this tub is what we like to call cooking, which means there's some great CDs in here. And it looks like it's not stopping anytime soon by what I'm seeing right here. So let me grab these. And now let me jump over here and grab another handful out of this box. We'll go ahead and show some 45s straight out of the middle here. And then we'll do the CDs, okay? The Yag people don't want to cry. I think it's the Jaybirds. The Spectre's Revenge. No disc, but a very popular song. Bread, It Don't Matter to Me. The Cynics. The Deltas. And Dex Romweber and Simon Charity, 2 great guitars. A quick peek in the NoFX crate. There really isn't one. Did I say NoFX earlier? Did I say NoFX? What do I have over here? I have... No, I really don't think I have any. Okay. Now, CDs. Heretic, Breaking Point. Hurricane, Over the Edge. Fleetwood Mac, The Dance. Jake E. Lee, Retraced. I've never seen that. Less Than Zero soundtrack. That's very popular. Lethal, Programmed. Lillian Axe, Love, War. Lillian Axe, Psycho Schizophrenia. Live, Throwing Copper. And Heavy Loads, Defying the Power of the Dark Sea, the unreleased tracks. Okay? Next is Ryan Anderson on the Cynics. Let's check that out. Oh, this was stuck to the back of it. Hey, that's cool. Return of the Electric Warrior, Mark Bolan. Look at that. That's pretty dang cool. Mark Bolan, Return of the Electric Warrior. Let's check on the Cynics. That was pretty cool. This is the OG. 85 US on green vinyl. The Cynics, Garage Rock, green vinyl OG. Looks unplayed. That should be all day, $9.99. Ryan asked first on that one. Writing it down just in case he passes. Next is the CDs, which is J.D. Conklin on Her for Heretics. There is only one of that Heretic. That sold to J.D. Conklin for $6.99. J.D. also first on the Jake E. Lee. That sold to J.D. Conklin. Brian Thurman was second. Angela first on the Less Than Zero soundtrack. Angela first on that. Ryan on Axe Love War. Is that in this pile? Is that something? I bet that's a 45. Axe Love War? No, that was a CD. Was that a CD? Yeah, Lillian Axe. That's sold to Ryan Anderson. Sorry. Brian says Lillian first one. Was the first one Psycho Schizophrenia? I can't remember at this point if it's not Brian. And then Angela was next on Lillian Axe. She wants both, so if that's not the one you want, Brian, Psycho, then it goes to Angela. James was third on Jake E. Lee, James Vasquez. And now we got to check on Mark Bolan for Bobby B and T.O. Ryan Anderson is sold on the Cynics for $9.99. This is sold to Ryan for $9.99. And now Robert Philippi gets the Fleetwood Mac, The Dance, for $6.99. So this is pending to Brian. If he passes, it's sold to Angela. Now let's check on the Mark Bolan. Not a fan of this packaging. Get rid of that. So this is Mark Bolan. Return of the Electric Warrior. Mark Bolan, Return of the Electric Warrior. Yeah. $9.99 on that. Mark and then Tio, $9.99. That is a cool piece, I think. $9.99 on that. Chad Love War. Does it have the song Tim Bush song? That's pending. Okay, and then let's go back over here. So what just happened? Okay, I didn't hear back from Brian, so go ahead and give that Lillian Axe to Angela, and then AC/DC both. AC/DC both. You're talking about these two CDs right here. You're talking about from earlier, Highway to Hell, and For Those About to Rock. Those are sold to Justin over on YouTube. Okay? T.O. can have it. T.O., that's yours for $9.99 if you decide you want it. Yeah, T.O. review. Okay? So I guess I've been through all these, right? Yeah, I've been through all those. Okay. Let's do like we just did. Let me grab a handful of 45s. Let me get them over here a little bit closer. And then I'm going to grab a handful of CDs. Probably show a few of the 45s, then the CDs, then we'll go back through. Oh, I never did check on the Love War. Where are you seeing that at, Suzanne? Love War? That wasn't in the last stack. Is that here somewhere? Where did you see that? Or was it a 45? I don't know. Love War? This is sold to T.O. Review. I'm not for sure. I'm showing so much stuff. I don't know if it is a 45. Have I showed these? I've got little stacks everywhere. Okay, I hadn't shown these either. Let me lay these right here because I hadn't shown those. And I hadn't shown these I'm about to put up. Love War. I'm not for sure where you've seen or heard that. If you let me know if it was I don't think it was a CD, but if it's a 45, I'll have to go back and find out. All right, big handful of CDs coming up right now. These are all going to be $6.99. Chad's getting a little sleepy. Brain's getting a little delusional. Time for some Pop-Tarts and milk and a nap. Love War was the Lillian Axe CD. Love War was the name of a Lillian Axe album that was sold to Ryan Anderson. I have so much I have to check. Yep. I'm down here on the floor stretching right now before I go any further. We found that Dolphins in Disguise was a pretty good find so far. I think I might run that on eBay auction and see what happens. There could be somebody been waiting for that to pop up for years. You know, that's how eBay is. Somebody that doesn't do Discogs, that's a record collector. Most record collectors do Discogs, but I know some that's like eBay only. They've been waiting for stuff to pop up on eBay for years. You never know. All right, let's do another handful here. First thing we have is the stomach mouths. The stomach mouths. Strip Kings. Strip Kings, Lightning Breed. Spider Babies, the Perverts. The Phantom 5. New Salem Witch Hunters. Apaches. And the Night Porters. All right. One second, please. I think Tanner's officially woke up. Okay, now the CDs. I'll look those up in just a second. Here's some $6.99 CDs. We have Galactic Cowboys, Galactic Cowboys, Galactic Cowboys, Gamma Ray, Blast from the Past, Ghost, Meliora, Hanoi Rocks, Two Steps from the Move, Hanoi Rocks, 12 Shots on the Rocks. That has a damaged jewel case. Heart, Greatest Hits Live, Heavy Load, Death or Glory. That looks like that might be a good one. Halloween, Keeper of the Seven Keys, Helmet, and Jimi Hendrix BBC Sessions. Okay. First thing we need to look up is Spider Babies and Apaches. Okay. This one has a little bit of moisture damage. Not bad though. Disc is nice. Let me get my phone back over here. All right, that's $6.99. There's a little bit of moisture damage, but nothing to fret about right in there. And who was first to ask about that one? Ryan Anderson. Ryan, $6.99 on that. Vinyl's nice. All right. Pending. Next is the Apaches for Bobby B. Thick disc. APACHES on Sun. Not that Sun. 0496. The Apaches, Garage Beat Rhythm and Blues. 2 for sale. Germany and United States. $11.99. We'll go ahead and say $9.99. We'll go ahead and say $9.99. Should be $11.99. This is probably the last handful I'm going to do, by the way. Maybe a few more. Maybe finish off the stack of 45s. Probably the last handful I'm going to do. The rest of these we'll be here till 7 a.m. Okay, now the CDs. Let's tag those. $6.99. Okay, J.D. Conklin was first. He put HR. Now that's a problem because we have Hanoi Rocks. No, maybe that's for Hanoi Rocks. Okay, so JD, Hanoi Rocks. This one with a jewel case damage, 12 shots or 2 steps. Your pick, your first, $6.99. Now Jersey Devil was first on Halloween. He definitely gets that one. That's so the Jersey Devil. Then Angela was next on Hanoi Rocks. JD put HL. That's probably for Halloween. Or it could be for Heavy Load. We're about to find out. Josie for sure got Jimi Hendrix. And then Tony put JH, also for Jimi Hendrix. Jim P put Heavy Load. And he wants all the Hanoi Rocks, okay? So those are sold to J.D. Conklin, $6.99 each. Ryan passes on Spider Babies. The Apaches is $9.99 for Bobby B. And that means J.D. Conklin wanted Heavy Load. I'm afraid to even look this one up. I bet this is a pretty good CD. When they don't have barcodes and they're metal and there's not a lot of information written on the back, we could be looking all these up like we are the 45s, but it takes way too long. Let's see all versions, format, 11 CDs. 2003 unofficial. I bet it's that one. Yeah, this hadn't even been official released. Yeah, I bet this is a bootleg. Probably a bootleg because there's only a Japanese and a Japanese officially, it looks like from the 90s. Greece, unofficial. Yeah, these are all bootlegs. That's probably a pretty pricey item if you were to run it, like if it can go through for an eBay auction. That's $6.99. That's sold to J.D. Conklin. And that just means that Galactic Cowboys, all three available. Gamma Ray, Ghost, Heart, and Helmet. Those are all available. Let's go through this last little stack of 45s that I've already pulled out. We have 2 passes on Apaches and Spiders. That tells me we're going to stop. If everybody keeps buying, I usually keep going, but the last couple have been passes. That means we're coming to the end. I like it when y'all keep buying and buying. We have Keith Richards. It looks Japanese. Keith Richards, The Harder They Come, Japanese single. I know who would buy that if he was watching. His name's Carol Puckett. Yep, there's the sleeve for it. Keith Richards, Japanese. That's probably the sleeve, the original sleeve too. This is Lovin' the Electric Prunes. I don't think that goes with that, does it? Yeah, the Electric Prunes. The Electric Prunes. Long Daddy-O's, Married Woman. The Easies. The Bird, spelt with an I. Is that the same one? The Birds. The Brewsters. New Bomb Turks. And Manual Scan, Roar. Josie wants the Heart CD. Let's pull that for Josie. $6.99. Bobby B. I'll check Keith Richards, but this is Run, Rudolph, Run. I kind of know just intuitively how much we can get for this. It does have a little bit of a mark right there, though. I'm going to say $9.99 just because if it didn't have that mark, I'd say I'd love to keep it for an auction. But it looks like it's VG Plus with that scuff on it. $9.99 on Keith Richards, but that should be pretty good. Don't see that as often. And then the Electric Prunes. Yeah, let's go back and see what's going on with that. That's strange. That's a 60s group, of course, unless this is a different one. Let's go back here. The Electric Prunes. ADA. Lovin' and... Oh, I had Too Much to Dream last night, of course. I had Too Much to Dream last night. A 79 UK reissue. This is $9.99. So this is a 79 UK reissue. It kind of comes in this flip back. This flip back needs to be glued and then opens from the side. This is one of those UK flip backs, but Ryan, that needs to be re-adhesive, it looks like, because it's a side loader like this. The vinyl's nice, though. That's their classic song, I Had Too Much to Dream last night. Bobby B said sold on Keith Richards for $9.99. Let's go ahead and put that over here. And then we got a request for the New Bomb Turks. All right, let's go ahead and put that in there so that stays together. That's $9.99 sold. This is $9.99 sold to Ryan Anderson. And then let's look up the New Bomb Turks. What happened to those? Oh, that's here. Is this it? No. Oh, yeah, this right here. That looks interesting, doesn't it? New Bomb Turks. Bottle. All right, let's see what's going on here. This is 93 UK. See all versions. UK yellow single. This is it right here. This would be, we'll do it for $6.99. Punk, $6.99. New Bomb Turks, TO Review. Nice vinyl, $6.99. Any final requests before we wrap it up? Wow, we made it to 238 again. 238. That's amazing. 238. $6.99 on that. And anybody want a price on anything else or confirm before we go ahead and wrap it up. Great CDs. I know what batch of CDs. Hand the feed off tomorrow. Wow. Go for another 14 hours. That'd be amazing. New Bomb Turks sold for $6.99. Well, I know this. I've worked very hard to build up a customer base where I could continue to sell at 3 a.m. And it's almost 3 a.m. and we're still selling. So thanks to y'all. I think y'all see why. If you're into this kind of stuff, if you're a record collector, I mean, you're basically looking through unresearched, incredible batches of unfiltered records that no one has ever seen before. I mean, y'all are looking at these for the first time. So here we go. Can you go through the CDs one more time? I will. I can go through those pretty fast. So all the CDs are $6.99. These are all available. $6.99. Cathedral, let's do it this way so you can see the covers. Oz, Fire in the Brain. Metallica, Ride the Lightning. The jewel cases vary, but all the discs are guaranteed to be nice. Loudness, Thunder in the East. Creatures of the Night, Kiss. OSI, Office of a Strategic Influence. Megadeth, Countdown to Extinction. Dismember, Where the Iron Crosses Grow. Dio, Angry Machines. Dio, The Last in Line. Mercenary, 11 Dreams. Aerosmith, Get Your Wings. Def Leppard, Vault. Greatest Hits, essentially. And Cathedral, Forest of Equilibrium. Price on the Brewsters. Give me 1 second on that one. But good, but great. Thank you, Robert. Thank you for tuning in. Got to have you watching. Thank you as always. So we have a claim for Josie Seatbelt on Kiss and Aerosmith. Let's pull all these for Josie, $6.99 each. First, we'll start right here with Oz. That is sold. And then we have Josie Seatbelt on Kiss. That's sold to Josie for $6.99. And then we have the next one she claimed was Aerosmith. That was Get Your Wings. So all three of those are sold to Josie. $6.99 each. Thank you, Josie. Those are sold, sold, and sold. And let me try to stack those right there. Okay, next is Dio Last in Line. That's sold to Tony for $6.99. And then OSI, Office of Strategic, that's sold to Road to Madness for $6.99. And JD, I'm not for sure which Dio, but Hurricane Dio. These are only $6.99 each. These are only $6.99 each on these tonight. Sometimes they're $9.99. These are $6.99 tonight. Next time they might be $9.99. You never know about me. Right now they're $6.99, which I feel like is a pretty good price for some of these. Next was Europe, self-titled. We have Firewind, Between Heaven and Hell. We have Enslaved, Vertebrae. Enough's Enough, self-titled. Fate's Warning X, that's not available on vinyl. Feinstein, Third Wish. We have Fight, War of Worlds. Firebird. Epica, Design Your Universe. And Murder Dolls, Beyond the Valley of Murder Dolls. Okay. Gamma Ray, that's right over here. This is sold to Angela from that last stack. That's sold to Angela for $6.99. The Dio remaining. So you want Hurricane and Dio out of that stack for $6.99 each. Let's see here. Dio, Angry Machines. And have I got to Hurricane yet? Okay, then we had Helmet, Meantime. 3 Galactic Cowboys. Self-titled, Space in Your Face, and Machine Fish. And Ghost Meliora. Those are still available. FW, Fate's Warning. That is sold to JD Conklin. Fate's Warning. Okay, and JD just wants Dio. And Roads to Madness gets Fate's Warning. Those are sold and sold. And let me look up the Brewsters for Bobby B. But before I do that, let me show you this last handful of CDs here. We had My Dying Bride, The Light at the End of the World, Notchmatism, Assassins and Addicts, Jerry Cantrell, My Song, that's a single, Mercenary, and Mercenary. We have Through Our Darkest Days and Ever Black, and Opus Atlantica. Opus Atlantica. All right, let's jump over here. We have Brewsters. Brewsters is, let's see, keep The Brewster 7-inch EP. $9.99 on that one. $9.99 on that one. The Brewsters. Nice. All Galactic Cowboys. That's right here. These are sold for $6.99 each. To Rose to Madness, Rose to Madness, Rose to Madness. $6.99, $6.99, $6.99. There's the Brewsters. Bobby B said sold on that for $9.99. Boy, I got quite the tower there. I'm going to have to figure out how to stack them. I'm going to have to break this stack in half probably. Tanner, at some point, I know you probably can't hear me right now, but we got to figure out where to stack sold. We got a place to have, I got to have a place to stack sold stuff during part 2. So I also need to be able to sit down and have a laptop in front of me. We could have sold twice as much if I'm sitting down with a laptop. I have figured that out. Galactic Cowboys. Anybody else? Now the CD tower has turned into one tower. The big tower's turned into one tower. One more read through. Man, I wish we'd go through the whole tub, but we will another time. So, what just happened? Europe, Firewind, Enslaved, Enough's Enough, Feinstein, Firebird, Epica, Murder Dolls, My Dying Bride, Nachimatism, Jerry Cantrell, Mercenary, Opus Atlantic, Cathedral, Def Leppard, Greatest Hits, Mercenary, Dismember, Megadeth, Metallica, Loudness, Ghost, and Helmet. Those are all available for $6.99. We got all these 45s back here. Some of them's priced, some of them we didn't even look up. I'm sure there's something else pretty dang good in there. And this crate doesn't even look like we made a dent out of it. Well, a few's gone, but there's still going to be some good stuff in here. I'm not for sure exactly what Paul's going to be doing tomorrow. You never know. I think he's going to be doing buy it now, best offer. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm kind of peeking at these 45s. I kind of want to look them up and have them ready for the next sale. So we'll see what's going on. With that being said, final call. Good night. Thanks. If you want to say goodbye or good night, now's the final time to do it. This is it. This is the final countdown. If you want to get a good buy-in before I end the feed, like I said last night, now's the time to do it. I got to figure out where to put some of this sold stuff. I think I'm going to split this stack and go ahead and put it over here. I'm going to make Mark Bolan this right here. The Brewsters looks like it's going to be the last item sold tonight. Unless something at the very last second pops up. Let me take this stack with the Mark Bolan. I usually send a picture to Tanner and number everything so he knows the order. And then he sends it to whoever watches the sale. And they got to go back through and retag all this. Isn't that going to be fun? Thanks, everybody. Good night. Julie said bye. Mom's still watching. Mom, go to bed. I've got to, what have I got to do? I'm going to go home and eat a bunch of Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts. Get some fresh ice-cold milk. Chocolate milk. Watch Seinfeld all night. Well, we did a little bit. We did miscellaneous. We did some miscellaneous. We did sell a few posters. We sold a ton of CDs. And I can tell this crowd, y'all like the vinyl. We got to just keep going through these 45s. And let me tell you, we may have found something here with these 45s. You know why? Because there's thousands from this collection, okay? Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. No joke. Pancakes with pecans. Oh my gosh, you're making pancakes? Can I come up there and eat some? Or you can just drive over to my house and make me some pancakes, Mom? That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? Okay. I am ending this sale. Thank y'all. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Paul. Paul be here at 5 o'clock. And that's where we'll wrap up. And that's where we'll start. Was there an Opus CD? There was an Opus CD that was entitled Atlantica. Yes, Opus Atlantica. If you want it, just say yes, sold. I'll put your name on it. And if it doesn't come through by the time I end the feed, then send me a message right quick on the Collectibles page, and I'll pull it. Because I am ending the feed in 7, 6, 5, 4. I've done 6 consecutive live streams, I think, for over 60 hours this week. It's been epic. 3, 2, 1, 0.